Hi, everybody. Hope you're having a wonderful day. My name is Gina Virginia Casella, spiritual biz entrepreneur. A big welcome to you. You can learn all about me on my website, ginavirginiacasella.com. And I've got all kinds of things in store for you. There's currently some memberships that you can join one, join them all. Let me know which one is your favorite. And if you want to book a private, it's called Distinguishing Dialogue. So make sure you get in on that because I've mapped out the rest of 2025. Spots are limited. If you're tuning in today, that means you're tuning in to the month of April 2025. This is free to the public. Starting in March, you'll have to pay for the exclusive content. The membership fees are affordable. It's important to get the Soul Tribe together, and not just any Soul Tribe, folks, the Dragon Dreams Soul Tribe Collective. So if you sign up for Tillers of the Multidimensional, that means you get to meet with me once a month over Zoom with others, and I do protection and clearing. So I take you through a guided journey to the pine tree forest. We drop off anything that we need to, including any ghosties that might be haunting us and or just need our assistance to move to the pine tree forest. It's a sanctuary. And you can learn more about that on my promo video called Discover, Join, Dream. So if you sign up for Tillers of the Multidimensional, as an exclusive bonus, you get this. And this is raw resonance. And what we're going to do today is we're going to open up our sacred space, and then it's very intentional. I've got it here. I just want to focus on breathing. Good old inhale, exhale. I have a breathing pattern that we can work on. At some point, we'll change it just to keep things fresh, but I intentionally don't want to just run through a bunch of breathing patterns and then check off a list. It's really important we build the foundation. And those of you who have been following me, you know that I had a severe panic attack back in 2021. It changed my life forever, and something that I continue to recover from is my um, throat chakra, the voice chakra. So I tell everybody this story, it's public knowledge, that I used to be a public school teacher, and I was one of those teachers that I didn't need a microphone. I always had a big, loud, booming voice, and I always had a lot of energy. And I'm telling you, after that severe panic attack, my voice changed, my energy completely dropped. And to this day, my voice is not the same, and it's like a scar. So it was really challenging for me to accept that. And if anybody out there can relate, please do in the comments because it's all about community. So I would wake up after the severe panic attack and I would start crying because I didn't realize it. But one of the first things I did when I woke up was I would start talking. I had two cats at the time, and immediately, like, my voice, it just really didn't sound like me at all. It sounded really raunchy. Sometimes it sounded whispery. Sometimes it was but a whisper, and it was just so upsetting. Um, so I, was doing some self introspection and healing, and I started doing things like taking a deep breath. And I thought, this can't be effective, but every day I took one big, deep breath. And then I started to sing out the alphabet, not A to Z, the whole alphabet, but just I would sing out the vowels. And my intention at that time was to get into mantras, but because my voice chakra it took such a hit that I just was not able to be successful, and it really caught me off guard. And so I'm really passionate about it, and that's why when it came to thinking of an exclusive bonus specifically for tillers of the multidimensional, um, I didn't know what to offer. And then I remembered, oh yeah, I remember what it's like to feel like I have no voice. And tillers of the multidimensional, those are folks who um, they are portholes. You're a bridge, you're a porthole. You dig bridges and trenches. That's you. You're all about wormholes, whatever language you're using, it all essentially translates into the same thing. So you create pathways, which is awesome, but along the way you get muddy. So you need a bath every now and then, right? But the thing is I've come to learn a lot of folks like myself, tillers of the multidimensional, we can take hits in our waking life for reasons we don't even understand because of our alternate realities and or past lives. So, for what it's worth, for whatever reason, the intention of tillers of the multidimensional and this exclusive bonus is not to become the next American Idol. So I really want to emphasize that. This is just raw, the raw sound of your voice and honoring the breath of life. So I'm not going to make this little speech every time we do this. I just know that folks who are tuning in to the free promotion for April, it's important that you know why we're doing things, because when you're connecting with other dragon tribe members just like yourself, that we have this foundation. Lots of dragons out there feel so much guilt and shame that we don't even need to feel. And stories, that's our power, that's our medicine. So, hi, Amy, your timing's really perfect because we're going to dive into it now. So, let's do this. If you've got a candle or some incense, get that going. If not, I always have it on behalf of you. And we're just going to go for about an hour today, and that's it. So here we go. We're going to start with our prayer hands. We're going to go up, out. Um, just follow my lead. Here we go. Wow, and I don't know if others can relate out there, but whenever I'm like pulling down my Witacocha, it's like it just pours down. It's just like rips open. So I wonder if others out there can relate. For me, the south is facing your direction. To the winds of the south, great snake. Thank you, snake, for helping us to remember to loosen and let go, to release what no longer serves us. Wrap your coils of light around us. Teach us the beauty way. Aho. To the winds of the west, Jaguar. Thank you, Jaguar, for helping us to transform and to transcend, for walking with us in those dark places. When our biological forms, biological one known as Gina, someday when I die, it's going to be you that walks me through those dark places. And thank you, Jaguar, for walking with me now in places that I don't understand, seeing what I can't see. And thank you so much, Jaguar, because I used to be so terrified of you, only to realize that I was terrified of myself. And we've come such a long way the womb and tomb, the life death life cycle, everything existing in the now. Thank you, Jaguar, for allowing us to hold your hand, to ride your back, even sit on your head, to fly with you. But when it comes time for us to cross that rainbow bridge, you don't cross with us. You honor us because only we can cross that bridge. And you're there showing us Hummingbird waiting on the other side. Thank you for reassuring us to continue to be fearless. Aho. To the energies of the north. Hummingbird, thank you, Hummingbird, for reminding us that we are the beauty prayer. We are the high quality items. We are the finest nectar. And thank you for reminding us to push forward because taking this journey is not easy. And when we take it, we realize the only way to develop our wings is to take the journey. And we're quite inspired by you, Hummingbird, because you have such little teeny wings that aren't even built for flight. And then there you are defying all odds because you are the high quality item and you exist inside of all of us. The north wind is the strongest wind, and that wind is the hummingbird wind pushing at our backs, helping us to move forward. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Hummingbird. Aho. To the winds of the east, Eagle Condor. Thank you, Eagle Condor. It is not easy gaining perspective. Things like the truth can hurt. Then, as much as it hurts, it helps us to move forward. Thank you for helping us to zoom in, to zoom out as necessary. We fly with you, wingtip to wingtip. What an exhilarating feeling. And then, shucks, we got to go back into the eagle condor nest and learn our lessons. And we don't always want to do that. And thank you for reminding us that we can't constantly be in a state of exaltation. We need to rest. We need to learn our lessons. And we're constantly weaving between roles, weaving between perspectives. And so, even though using myself for an example, I'm 43 years old. Sometimes I need to have the perspective of a 3-year old to help me through situations. Sometimes I need perspective from a 90-year old. And so we're constantly weaving, and you're the one who helps us, but mostly helping us to reciprocate our relationships, gaining perspective with our story medicine so we can be in right relationship with the world in and around us. Aho. Pachamama, Mother Earth. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Mother Earth. All of our relations. You house the ones known as the walking trees, the biological ones, known as Gina, for example, the beauty around us, the all of your children, the finned, the furred, the two-legged, the four-legged, the 100-legged, the zero-legged, the finned, the ones with the wings, all of us, we all belong here, and it's you who who allow our spirits to take form. We embody Pachamama. Pachamama gives us that grace so we can experience life on here and help us to be better stewards of the land. Pachamama, little things make a difference. Becoming vegan, it's so much better for the economy. It's good for your health. Little changes, moving away from plastic straws, moving away from plastic fingernails, honoring your real fingernails. Wherever it starts, it's got to start somewhere. Aho. Star nations, grandmother moon, father sun, thank you for shining down on us. We've descended from somewhere and we come from the same star family, the same lineage, and we're all fragmented out. And yet, somehow, through this Milky Way galaxy, we've been brought together. And thank you, Star Nations, for helping us, assisting us, whether you're literally above us, below us, to the east or west of us. We are interconnected, and there's ways that we help each other. We're bridges, and I feel honored today because today we're doing Tillers of the Multidimensional, and it makes me think about you folks because you're the ultimate tillers, tilling your way, portholing, and our lineage is connected to you in ways beyond my understanding. And I look forward to reciprocating our relationship and growing our relationship through the Dragon Dreams Soul Tribe community. Aho. I also want to give a special acknowledgement to my spirit guides, Polaris, Amandis, Toby, the goddesses. There's too many to name, but I thank them and I know that they're all one and the same, and so are we. And it's nice to have Amy Rizzo here with us and Stanton Mike, who is my friend Dan. So, aho, a big welcome to you all and many, many thank yous. So, let's do our breathing. I've got some notes here to keep me focused. So, the first thing we're going to do is just get nice and comfy. We're not going to overthink things, okay? But we're going to take a big, deep breath. So I'm going to teach you how to do this. It comes in counts of 4, and I'll use my finger. If you want to close your eyes, you can, but I'm going to use my fingers as a visual cue, just to help you out and also to keep me on track. So um, we're going to breathe in for 8 seconds, 8 counts, and I'll do this thing so you know. Then you're going to hold it for 8 counts. So it's effective if you put your tongue on the roof of your mouth. And I'll do this to help you. And then you just open your mouth and let it deflate for 8 seconds. And then whatever air is still in you, you push it out. Get the rest of it out of you. And you've got 8 seconds to do that. And by the time you're done pushing it out, it's going to be a big inhale because you're going to be inhaling now for 4 seconds. So I'm just going to 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep track here. I guess the teacher in me, where's my helper? I need a helper. Who's got a nice quiet hand to come up here? And because what I would do is in these situations, I would just get the helper to put 1, 2, 3, 4 on the board, or they would draw 4 circles. And then every time we did something, they would cross out the circle and it would help the class stay on track. So, anyways, we're going to do it once and we're going to do this every time we meet until we get really good at it. So, we'll probably do it for like 6 months to a year. And at some point, we'll incorporate other stuff like normal breathing and reverse breathing, which is linked to things like um, Yin and Qigong, and it's all about foundation. So, um, some folks out there, they like to beat a drum to get the beat. If that works for you, that works for you. However, I'm working with raw resonance. So, just whatever sounds the body makes. If you want to tap your hand instead or your body for a drum beat, or no noise, just to focus, you do what works for you. All right, so here we go. We're going to do this 4 times. And just to quickly recap, you breathe in for 8, hold for 8, deflate for 8, and then exhale it all for 8. And then right away, we're going to be breathing in again. It'll go by fast and you got to concentrate. If you lose yourself doing this, have a laugh. If you start crying, whatever, let it out. The first few times I did this, I felt like I was like I couldn't keep up. And it was just fun, and the laughing got me breathing, and that's what it's about. Okay, so are you ready? Okay, here we go. Breathing in, hold, exhale, push it out, and in. hold, deflate, exhale, inhale, hold, deflate, exhale. One more time, inhale. 5, 6, 7, 8, and hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Deflate. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale. 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I think we did it 5 times, whatever. But you can see um, I can't breathe with you and coordinate at the same time. So I hope you can appreciate that. And what I'm going to have to do is I have some pieces of cardboard here. I'm a visual person working with, reduce, reuse, recycle. I'm going to make some stuff like this. That way I can be pointing at it. Thank you, Amy. I'm glad you enjoyed it. And let's do it again, just because, it's our first time doing it. And ideally, we would do this on Zoom so I can see you, assuming you turned your video on. And just because this is the free promo, I didn't want to risk any like interruptions or, you know, whatnot. So in the month of May, you will experience this. So, okay, are you ready? Okay, we're gonna inhale 4, hold 4, deflate 4, exhale 4. And just for clarity's sake, deflate means you just open your mouth and let it out like a balloon, just deflating. But when it's time to exhale, that's when you're forcefully like pushing and even if you have no breath left, you're like when is she going to say 8 and this is going to be over? You'll probably also notice when I'm counting, I might not say 1 or 2 because I'm talking, so it goes to 3. But you just don't worry about if you miss a beat or whatever, right? And I might make a mistake too. Okay, we've got more stuff to do. So I'm really enjoying this. I hope you are too. And I never thought in a million years this would be something that I would share with the public. I did this by myself. And it started with just taking a breath. Okay, so here we go. Are you ready? Okay, we're going to breathe in, starting on 1. Okay, ready? And breathe in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Deflate. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Deflate. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One more time. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Deflate. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Woo! All right. I hope that was good for you. If you're feeling lightheaded or something, that's okay. That just means you were really getting into it. If you're feeling emotional, that's okay too, because things are moving around. Let's move on to the next activity. We are now going to sing our names 3 times in a row. So, yep, if you ever had me as your kindergarten teacher, that's how I do attendance. So, for example, my name is Gina. I would be like, Gina. And then I would check you off my list, or if I was teaching on call, I would take my fancy masking tape and put it on you. Oh, students would wear that to school the next day just in case I was there again when I worked on call. So this here, um, I want you just to take a moment and think of the child you, and there you are, and you just want to get your attention, and you want to be gentle. So you're just gonna sing your name. Uh, so if you want to sing my name, you can. If you don't feel comfortable using your first name, maybe you go by your middle name, use that. If you have a nickname, when I was a little kid, my baby name was Gigi. So if that's better for you, there's a lot of folks out there. Their name is like they don't even use their real name. They've just always used a different name. So whatever works for you. A lot of married folks out there, women in particular, who are now divorced, they like to sing their maiden names. They feel a bit lost. So do what works for you. I'm personally targeting the inner child, so I'm going to be singing Gina. And you just do it 3 times and then it's over. Ready? Okay. Gina, Gina, Gina. So I just did it in different tones, whatever. And my voice feels like it's going to crack, and that's okay. That's part of the raw resonance. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to call out our name, something to help bridge the spirit life, the dream life, the other dimensional lives, whatever language categories you're using, is to call out. So just like if I was a mother and I was preparing dinner and it's time to call the children in for dinner, I would just call out, Gina. And then I'm like turning around and back in the kitchen, completely assuming with absolute conviction that Gina's coming inside, right? So that's how I want you to treat this activity. There's child you out there playing in the garden. Time for them to come in. And this is really powerful because it seems like really easy. It is really easy, but it's not easy for everyone to do. Some people, they call their name and they just start bawling. So when I call my name, Gina, that's also your name too. If you're having a hard time doing that, okay. And if you're already calling and shouting your name, good for you too. So let's do it. We're going to do it 3 times. And if you want to get up and go to the window and literally open it or open your door, that's a great idea. So if you don't have a door, you can have a pretend one or just shout out. Let me know in the comments what works for you. Okay, this time for real, let's do it. So you're not singing, calling out. Okay, Gina, 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 and that's it. So if you want to include something like, hey, Gina, or over here, Gina, like you could play around with that, but don't start making sentences. It's just, hey, I'm over here. And you know what? You keep doing this kind of stuff when you're dreaming, huh? All of a sudden, you might hear somebody calling you, and it's a different aspect of you or that child you calling back. What do you want? No, I'm just kidding. So that's always something very nice. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to review the vowels. Good old A-E-I-O-U. So if your first language is not English, this just works in your favor. And I remember when I first started doing this, I wanted to connect with angels and stuff like that. I wanted to connect with my chakras, and I was very overwhelmed. There's all these special phrases, and each chakra has like a vowel attached to it. And that was just way over my head for me. And so I thought, you know what? Bringing my high quality skills forward from my kindergarten teaching years, I'm just going to focus on A, E, I, O, U. And it really worked out for me. And when I did this activity, I would bawl my eyes out, I would cry, sometimes I would laugh. It would just, so I'm just going to do it. I'll walk you through it. You join in and let me know in the comments how it resonates with you. So let's just review the sounds first. So the letter A, we're going to do the long vowels. A says A. Amy, April. Okay. We're going to do it 3 times in a row. We're going to say A, and we're just going to let it, whatever comes out. So we're going to inhale, and when we exhale, we're going to go A. Okay, ready? A. If you can do it longer, do it longer. Ugh, I was only able to do it that long. Okay, the next one is the letter E. E says E. Enough. E. Ethan. Here we go. Breathing in. E. Ah, whew. All right. Don't pass out on me, okay, folks? Now we're going to do the letter I. Ice cream. Irene. Ready? If you do, keep going if you're doing it. And keep going. I stop you, keep going. And if you notice, every time I do it, like if this was an actual like learning English class, I would tell you things like I like, but you get the drift. Like the shape of your mouth helps to get that sound out. Um, okay, so the next vowel is O. We're doing long. O. What's an O word? Orangutan. Orange. Open. Ready? Inhaling. Keep going if you're still owing it out. And some people, they tend to do these kind of things, or they do interesting things with their hands and bodies. Oh, let me know if that's you. All right, the next one is U. Sometimes the letter Y is a vowel, but we're not going to get into that. If you want a quick refresher, I'll tell you. When the letter Y makes an E sound or an I sound, then it's considered a vowel. And that's just a rule of thumb. That if it makes a y sound like yellow, yan, yak, then it's not a vowel. And again, that's a rule of thumb. But we're not going to worry about Y, okay? We're moving on to U, long U sound. Unicorn. United. Ready? Breathing in. You. I felt like I was going to start laughing, and then it was like hard for me to do that. So that was really good. Give yourselves a pat on the back. Okay. Now we're going to do the short vowel sounds. Okay. So just to remind you, the letter A, short A, ah, apple, ant. Here we go. Breathing in. Ah. Keep going if you're doing your keep going. And you can see these activities just default to you taking deep breaths. All right, the next one is short E sound. Short E, elephant, Eleanor. Here we go. Breathing in. Keep going if you're doing it. Some days you can do it longer than others, I know. Okay, we're moving on to the next one. Short I. I, I, interesting. Iguana. Ready? Breathing in. Keep going if you can do it. I'm cheating now. I already took some inhales. So notice your body. I notice my body keeps wanting to go up and get louder, really insisting that it gets that sound out, the raw resonance. You can't be shy about this. My voice, you can hear it cracking. Okay, we're going to do short O. And oh yeah, it makes an oo sound as well, but we're just doing long and short, okay? So short O sound, ah, octopus. Optimus Prime. Ready? Inhaling. Keep going if you can do it. It's really good. We all have different speeds. Some folks they tend to run out of breath by the time we're done, and some folks are just like more and more invigorated, rejuvenated when we do this. So it's not surprising to me if folks are all over the place here, laughing spells, crying spells. Yeah, it just feels good to breathe. Okay, so now we're going to do short U. Okay, what are short U words? I need to remind myself here. This is unscripted. I just have some notes here to help me remember what I want to do. So we're on short U. Ah, umbrella. Up. Ready? Breathing in. Uh, keep going. If you're exhaling still, keep going. So that's really great. We're moving on to our next activity. Now we're going to do AEIOU, and we're just going to say them for what they are. Okay. And we're going to do it 3 times um, in a row, but we're not just going to be all like AEIOU. We're going to do long vowels first. So we're going to go like it sounds like AEIOU because it's long vowels, but I just wanted to clarify that. It's going to sound like AEIOU. Okay? So we're going to basically exhale, and by the time you get to you should be like out of breath. Okay, ready? So inhaling. AEIOU. Inhaling 2 more times. AEIOU. One more time, inhaling. AEIOU. And that's it. We're going to do it again, but we're going to do it with the short vowels. Can be a bit trickier remembering the short vowels, but don't worry, I know them. I'll stay focused. And if you want to do these activities slower, faster, that's for you to play around with, okay? Or if you want to practice singing your pet's name or whatever, I find the octave goes up as I do this, but some of you might intentionally want to keep it the same note. That's also flexible. I like to go up because it just reminds me of like C, D, E, F, G, A, B. It goes up the scale. But again, it is unique to you. All right, so let's just quickly review the short vowels. A, E, I, A, okay, ready? Uh, Inhaling. Ah, eh, Few more times, inhaling. Ah, umbrella. Remember? That one's a hard one for a lot of folks, just in case you were wondering. The letter, lots of folks, A, O, and U, they do tend to sound the same. Okay, one more time, breathing in and exhaling. Ah, eh, ah, so I messed that up. Let's do it again just for the sake of doing things with quality. Ah, eh, ah, ah. If you're still doing keep doing my breath ran out at that point. All right. So that pretty much concludes our breathing. And raw resonance is really important because a lot of folks out there are struggling with their voice chakra. And I know what it's like to have that take a hit. And wow, never going to take my voice for granted again. And just the breath of life. When you're born, the first thing you do is breathe. And just before you die, guess what you do? You take your last breath. The last thing you do is breathe. And then it's kind of spooky, only because it's not familiar to us. Um, but when we die, if we still have air in our lungs, which we typically do, um, if somebody moves our body, we that air moves through us just like wind moving through a flute, right? And we make these noises, and those zombie noises can be scary. But the thing is, before words, we made those noises, grunting type sounds, and even um, noises like childbirth or lovemaking noises. Those are sacred sounds. And out of all the sounds, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, all of the languages out there, breath, just good old fashioned inhale, exhale, is a language we all speak. And when somebody's crying, we understand how that breath sounds. For example, people who are crying, their breath might go like this. We know somebody's crying, right? When somebody's giving birth, doesn't matter if it's a fellow Homo sapien sapien, a horse, a pig, they make certain noises, sounds, and those are special sounds. And before sound, we all spoke a language called vibration and scent. We could smell things. We were very psychic beyond our understanding, and doing activities like this helps us reconnect with those primordial parts of ourselves, because we're one collective, but we're all broken up, right? So, reincarnation, multidimensional, various facets and aspects of ourselves. Um, we might try to communicate with them, but just breathing helps. And it's quite powerful. So I'm always interested if anybody out there has anything to add to the conversation. If not, please do in the future. If you watch this video in 10 years from now, I'm always interested in it. And so, um, breath of life, you know. I feel really good about today. Let's do some fire ceremony. I always like to sneak in fire ceremony. Something you're letting go, something you're grateful for. Me, I mean, it's always easy to let go of things, right? But it's easy to let go of things that we don't want in our lives anymore. And something that I would like to formally let go today, in the presence of the Dragon Dream Soul Tribe Collective, is I really want to let go about this business of me requiring a microphone these days. Like, I'm just on my laptop here at home. I have a microphone, so the sound quality is better, but I don't need the microphone, for you to hear me. If I was in a classroom right now teaching, I would require a microphone. And that doesn't bother me anymore like it used to. And I said to myself, I want to kick today off with that, because every time I think I let it go, it's like haunting my mind. And so I know that it's just habitual thinking. And when I attach ceremony, working with the biology of belief, it really helps out. So let me know what you're letting go in the chat. And if you don't have a little stick, this is on behalf of you too. So you just blow into my stick whatever you need to, and me too. I'm blowing what I'm letting go into it. And I've got another stick here, something that I'm grateful for. I'm really grateful for today. I really meant what I said earlier. Like, I never thought in a million years I would be hosting shows like this at all. I've always been an open person, but sharing stuff like this about breathing and my severe panic attack, like that's getting a bit too open, But I'm really thankful for it. And I'm thankful for my authenticity because I like to fly hummingbird style. And in my life, I've had people call me Miss Perfect or Miss Know It All or an imposter. And it's like, geez, can't a girl just like try something out? Why does there have to be so much cancel culture? And so I'm really grateful the universe has redirected me, as challenging as it's been, to really strive for soul tribe because then I get experiences like this where I get to talk to folks who speak my language, who are on board with my thinking. And I'm grateful that this ended up being one of the exclusive bonuses. I really feel in alignment with my calling. And I just really love how this came together. And I'm thankful for folks who are able to tune in live. And I'm grateful for folks that I know are going to catch the replay. They have to work or have other commitments. And I know that they're going to look forward to this. Um, so I've got my tin can here, just a safety protocol. Some folks out there like to have a little bowl of water. Let me know if you do water ceremony, crumbling ceremony. I do all kinds of ceremony. Fire ceremony is special because, as you can see, as it burns away, the ashes literally, um, each string, each fiber that made up this little stick is now being unwound like it was being bound layer by layer in its creation to make this. And then as we set it on fire, we're releasing every single light that made this fiber back into the universe. And it takes our prayer, what we're letting go and thankful for with it. I can't help but teach as I do things. It's always nice if you have a fireplace, you just toss it in there. Nice to do this too. In there. So you're not supposed to rush it. When you blow on it, it like speeds it up. You're not supposed to do that. You're just supposed to let it go out on its own and just drop it in there. And I always find it interesting. Sometimes they burn faster, um, and it's a nice way to practice presence. It's always nice to do uh, fire ceremony anytime, just part of your everyday. And Amy Rizzo, I'm reading your comment. Thank you for today. It was beautiful for me. I'm glad you enjoyed it, and I'm glad you were able to tune in live. It's always nice to have somebody live with me. And Dan, I don't know if you're still live, but it was nice to have you as well. let's close the Witakocha, our sacred space, and then we'll say goodbye. We're going to do the opposite now. So we're going to go from the out, we're going to bring it up to the top, and then we're going to bring our light, the Witakocha, down. And then I always leave a moment of silence just for my own little dialogue and if there's anything you wanted to add as well. So here we go. Breathing in as you go up. And if your eyes are closed, your prayer hands, they're just in front of your heart chakra, elbows are out. So, in closing, thank you, Snake, for really insisting that we let go of what no longer serves us. To Hummingbird for insisting on the high quality items and to only drink the finest nectar. Thank you, Eagle Condor, for helping us gain perspective. Thank you to Pachamama, Mother Earth, for this body, the biological one known as Gina. Today, Gina, Amy, Dan, other Soul Tribe, Dragon Dreamers are really getting that breath of life blowing through them. And that's good healing medicine, just like the wind blows through the trees and that strong north wind shaking off what trees don't need. And that's us too. And thank you to the Star Nations, Grandmother Moon, Father Sun, for shining down on us and for connecting with us and breathing with us through this experience. Not all of our star nations have biological bodies like we do. I thought I felt Rosie there. Um, my eyes are open just for safety's sake. I got Rosie and the candle burning here. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And of course, thank you to the my spirit guides, Polaris, Amanda, Toby, and Manis, and the goddesses. And thank you to the Dragon Dreams Soul Tribe Collective. A moment of silence, just to share what anybody else out there needs to say or what any ghosties ancestors need to express. All right, Dragon Dreamers, that's it for today. I'm just going to look at the schedule. I want to remind folks out there that the month of April is free. So if you know another Dragon Dreamer out there, let them know about us. Our tribe is growing. So, what's the next special date? This list here is found on Buy Me a Coffee and it's posted in my Facebook group, the Dragon Dreams Soul Tribe Collective. The Dragon Dreams Facebook group, the Soul Tribe Collective, that's free to join, and there's free resources in the file section. And you can also find this date and time. I'm going to be putting it in there monthly. And Buy Me a Coffee, join a membership, join them all. Let me know which one is your favorite. And if you're not ready to join a membership, I get it. Sometimes you've got other commitments on the go. There's still free content that you can find, like I said, in my Facebook group or on YouTube at Gina Virginia Casella. And if you wanted to tip me, hey, I appreciate that. You can do that on Buy Me a Coffee. It helps me with business finances, everyday living, and mostly it helps me get to those conferences, which I'll be going to the Full Disclosure Now conference in Florida this July. And you can bet I'll be talking about how we're a narrative driven species, we're a story species, we require ceremony, we Her logical mind demands a beginning, a middle, and end. See, I'm really passionate about it, but I'll be talking about that. Our stories are our medicine, and I'll be sharing some personal spiritual experiences that I've had as well. But let's just have a little look here. Okay. Wednesday the 9th, full moon, dragon, illuminous. Okay, that's all of these things are like my favorite things to do. So next time I see you, uh, it's in honor of the group called Full Moon Dragon Illuminous, and we do a collective full moon reading using the Dragon Dreams Oracle, written by yours truly. So that's the one where I pull 3 cards. They all apply to us, that you pick one, and then that one card is like extra special for you. And that's what we're going to be doing on Wednesday, the 9th of April, 11 a.m. Eastern Time. So, in closing, my name is Gina Virginia Casella. You can discover all about me on my website, ginavirginiacasella.com. Check out my Facebook group, the Dragon Dreams Soul Tribe Collective. And I would adore if you registered for one of my programs. Each of them include a bonus. Today's bonus was Raw Resonance in honor of the group Tillers of the Multidimensional. All right, folks, you take care. Have yourselves a wonderful day. Make sure you're breathing, and we'll talk to you next time. Bye for now.